Hello friends, good evening. This is Ruchira Vaidya and you are watching my CA Final Audit channel, that is for CA Final students in auditing. Friends, this is long back after which I have able to post the video. So anyways, let's begin with the video. Hope you all are doing well. Now friends, in this video we are going to do essay 300, that is planning and audit of financial statements. Now let's begin friends. Now basically this standard of auditing deals with the auditor's responsibility to plan and audit of financial statements. Now what is objective of the auditor in respect to this standard of auditing? That is, the objective of the auditor is to plan the audit in such a way that it will enable the auditor to conduct an audit in effective and efficient manner. Now friends, we all of know that planning and audit of financial statements is an important aspect for the auditor to enable him to conduct the audit in effective and efficient manner and to avoid certain difficulties to be faced while he conducts the audit. So that's why planning is an important aspect. Now friends, next point is advantages of audit planning. Now let's evaluate this. Now the first point is it helps the auditor to devote appropriate attention to the important areas of audit. It enables the auditor to identify and resolve potential problems on a timely basis. It helps the auditor to properly organize and manage the audit engagement so that it is performed in effective and efficient manner, as I've told you earlier. Now the next point is it assists the auditor in selection of engagement team members with appropriate levels of knowledge, capabilities and competence to respond to anticipated risks and also proper assignment of work to them. Now the next point is it facilitates direction and supervision of engagement team members and the review of their work. Finally, it assists the auditor where applicable in coordination of work done by the auditors of components and experts. So friends, this was the advantages of audit planning. Now we come to the next point, that next part, that is preliminary engagement activities to be undertaken in case of recurring audit. The auditor shall undertake following activities at the beginning of current audit engagement. Now friends, let's see what are they. The first point is the auditor should perform the procedures required by SA 220 regarding the continuance of the client relationship and specific audit engagement. Further, he should evaluate the compliance with ethical requirements, including independence, as required by the SA 220. The last point is he should establish the understanding of the terms of engagement as per the requirements of SA 210, that is the audit engagement. Now friends, the next part is additional considerations to be undertaken in initial audit engagements. Now in this part we are going to see what the auditor needs to consider in order to perform the initial audit engagements. The first point is we can see that the auditor should perform procedures required by the SA 220 regarding the acceptance of the client relationship and specific audit engagement. Next, the auditor should communicate with the predecessor auditor, that is the previous auditor, wherever there has been a change of auditors in order to comply with relevant ethical requirements. The auditor should also obtain the knowledge of the client's business from annual reports to shareholders, board's minutes, previous auditor's report, MIS reports, and visit to client premises. Now further point is that friends, with respect to this only, additional considerations to be undertaken in initial audit engagements. The auditor shall establish an overall audit strategy considering the following points. Now what are The points the auditor should consider while establishing an overall audit strategy. Now let's discuss one by one. It includes identify the characteristics of engagement that define its scope. The auditor should consider factors that in the auditor's professional judgment are significant in directing the engagement team's efforts. The auditor should ascertain the nature, timing, and extent of the resources that are necessary to perform the audit engagement. Next is the analytical procedures which the auditor should apply as risk assessment procedures. The determination of materiality concepts, the involvement of experts, the performance of risk assessment procedures. So friends, we have discussed now the considerations which the auditor will undertake in initial audit engagements. Now there is another portion is the description of overall audit plan. Now let's discuss this. In this, the auditor should consider the following points. Firstly, the nature, timing, and extent of planned risk assessment procedure as per SA 315, that is identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatement. The nature, timing, and extent of planned further audit procedures at the assertion level as per SA 330. Also, the auditor should consider other planned audit procedures that are required to be carried out so that the engagement complies with standards on auditing. The auditor shall update and change the overall audit strategy and the audit plan as necessary during the audit. Next, the auditor shall plan the nature, timing, and extent of direction and supervision of engagement team members and review of their work.